All right. Looks better now. Let me get this light off here. Had to reboot that thing. Looks better. Had to reboot her internet. Not wanting to work right. It's not passing yet. That was pretty good. Put this other thing on and try that. Good to get level body. Man, it's getting good. Man, oh yeah, that was great. About 2 inches too. Tall. Anybody in here? I see 9 in there. What y'all got going tonight? We've been over here working on no race car. And over here, I got my phone plugged up. So therefore, it's all, everything's backwards too. Let me see if I can turn this around. How about that? That looks a little better. That looks a little better. Good to have you in here, Mr. Looks like Pentagon 69. Hold the clamp. Hold the clamp.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, unplug that light. I had to have it from a cord here for my charger. Get closer. Look good at a time. Cat. Good to have you in here. That's going pretty good. A little chilly tonight. It's gonna be a lot more chilly tomorrow night. A whole lot more chilly. I'm sucking on cough drops tonight.
I seen on the news a while ago that somewhere up in North Dakota, they're saying that actual temp tomorrow is gonna be -41.
Yeah.
Actual temp.
Actual temperature up in North Dakota, -41, that's plenty cold.
Yeah.
Yep.
You go right on up there if you want to, man. You
Going north from here, I don't need any of it.
I left it up there one time.
Yeah,
I
I-
wasn't here that cold, but it was more than I wanted.
Been to Minot, North Dakota. It was in September. I think it was September. It was 10:45 at night, still daylight. I said, this is the weirdest thing I ever seen in my life. Yep. We ain't got a whole lot going tonight, trying to stay warm. We did get our fuel cell mounted. Got some sheet metal work done up here around the dash area. Got our gauges hooked up, got our switches hooked up. Still waiting on our fuel line. We'll get our fuel line, we can run our fuel line. Got all our wiring done. It's ready.
Brake lines are done.
Yeah, brake lines are done.
Never come in? She said, good sir, come in today.
What's that?
Fuel line.
I never seen it. If it did, I didn't see it. No, it may be sitting out up there, but I didn't
No,
see it.
she was, when I went in there, just before you went in there, she said something about, well, I got another business and, about work on coming.
Huh.
So if there, you know, then you went in, so I'm sure it did come in or you were coming.
Yeah, it's too soon.
We call it, say, hey, look here, hey.
Is that fuel line in? If it is, bring it here. Reckon how long that lasts?
I ain't gonna say that she wouldn't be out here, but that fuel line probably still be up there and her bringing a stick.
She probably just tell me you can come get it. It's cold outside. Says 22 there, but all I have to work with is a tarped car on a concrete pad, but we're still checking boxes. Yep. Yeah, it's a little cold to be working under a tarp. I've had to do it though. Hey, I'm pretty grateful for what we got now, but we've been there.
Building derby cars underneath the tarp PVC pipe.
Yeah, building PVC building, with framework, with stone tarp over the top of it. It was not cold then, it was just raining. We just need to get that derby car built.
Right. That's wanting to go to the demolition derby pretty bad.
Yeah. We didn't do too bad. Ran that car 3 times.
Yep. Oh, man.
Modern trans coming when spring breaks. We have plans. Jim's fastback. I have a project under a tarp. Yep. we've got a project outside, it's under wraps. Actually, we just hadn't got it in the shop yet.
It'll be coming up before too long.
Yep, gotta get a few motor parts. Yeah, Northern Nationals gives us our motivation too, to try to get something done. This old dirt car here, we gotta have this thing running by about, what, mid-March? I know, but that's when it starts, isn't it?
Practicing for sure.
Jim, yep, that's what it is. We got the S10 out there we're gonna be dragging in here. This motor right over here, show you, right there, will be going together. It's got them headers on it, but those are S10 headers. But that motor will be going in that S10. 355.
That reminds me, I need to go get some.
Yep. So that's what we got going. We got a couple heaters going in here. Trying to stay warm. I don't know that I'm gonna be out here tomorrow night. I'll probably forget it. It's gonna be about, I think they said 4 degrees. I don't need any part of 4 degrees.
That's the ones that goes to the front. Where you slide them over, forward with the wire, then, and then you can do the same thing you used to. Yeah, he said, yeah, I'm glad it does.
There, steering staff, deal with that. Yeah, it's definitely February.
A set of solid motor.
Let's show what we got here. Got our motor mounts.
Solid mounts for a S10 V8 swap. We're getting there.
Yep. One piece at a time. And it cost us every dime.
Torque converter,
Yeah, we got a lot of parts. I got
camshaft lifters.
we got a long tail 350 out trailer. It works just fine. We'll pull it in here. Throw that torque converter in it. We'll flip the transmission upside down and do some drilling on the separator plate under the valve body. Do some tricks there, making things shift a little harder. Put it back together, slide it in that old S10 right behind that old motor. See if we can't make a little hot rod.
We can just make a little bit of smoke and we'll be happy.
Yeah. I think it'll do it. Truck got brakes on it, so we don't have to rebuild them. It's got steering. Mainly all we gotta do is get that motor and transmission in there.
Right?
Me and my wife Wendy spectated first year, brought 5-barrel second,
8 barrel.
8-barrel 2x4 last year, fresh cammed up motor and trans. This year something's gonna fail in the drive shaft or rear end. Well, sound like you got some more horsepower going to it. So, how's unfinished project doing? Good to have you in here. Sound like you putting turbo or nitrous or something on the old one-eyed cat mobile. Ain't talking no unfinished product. Give me a couple of this coffee. Warm up just a touch.
Two hacks is in the house now.
Yeah, how are you? Two hacks in the house, we say.
Yeah.
Got us a cup of this coffee. We're building on a race car here. Hey, two hacks. Right here is a hack job. 355 going together for a little S10 project we're going to build for No Name Nationals. So it's going to be fun. If we don't scatter it
Before we get there.
before we got there. Y'all can see this is a propane heater, but we got a furnace going over there too. I'm staying by this thing. It's gonna be real cold tomorrow night. Like they said, 4 degrees. Yeah, we got our motor built for that little car. I think all we like, well, I could dump that oil right there in it. We might do that. But, well, we can go ahead and just put it in it, prime it up, get it set on time, drop the distributor in it. That's about all we like on that. Got our oil pressure gauge hooked up. I don't see why it hurt. That way the oil will be ready. Like I say, we get our fuel line. We'll finish our fuel line up, which I'm gonna pull this fuel cell back out before we do that. I gotta finish welding right here and paint that bracket. Turn y'all around here, we'll see what we're talking about. This all this bracketry around this fuel cell needs to be repainted. I gotta finish welding this bracket. And then we can put it all back in there for good, be done. Run our fuel lines. Like I say, our brake lines are done. Electrical is done. Don't like much on the suspension. We're still waiting on a spring for this side. Gotta get one more caliper, brake caliper. And, transmission drive shaft. We'll be there. I think I like about $700 on transmission, getting that paid for. Jeff, what you gonna be dropping in the slingshot this year? You gonna put the same motor back in or do something a little bit different? I seen one of them for sale the other day, slingshot. I don't think I could fit in it. I got you, 311, that'd be pretty cool. Be a high winder. Yeah, that'll work. 302 with 60 over. I've got a 305 block right here. I'm thinking about building something out of. I actually got two of these 305 blocks, but we get this 355 built for Doug's S10. I'm gonna put that 305. I don't know that I'm gonna put it up on the stand. Probably gonna take it to the machine shop and have them clean it and deck it, and start putting it together. I thought about doing a stroker 305 like Chad with square body stuff. That's what I thought about doing. But I don't know. We'll see.
Are these alcohol pumps?
That one right there that one was I know I ran gas through that one, but they need to be took apart and cleaned up, new diaphragms put in them. I've got one over here that I was going to pull apart, but I don't know how much diaphragms are for them. They need to be pulled apart because that one, see the silicone on it? I think that's the one it was.
Diaphragm bad.
Yeah, it was blowing oil out. So I did that, but I didn't want to run it long because I was afraid I was going to get gas in the oil. So, but it was pumping oil out. And I think it might not have been a bad diaphragm. Those are pretty stuck now. They just need to be cut apart and cleaned. Just a Holly fuel, just the Holly fuel pumps that has the
Clockable.
yeah, you can clock them and then put new diaphragms in them, new springs. What we're talking about, right there, instead of these old fuel pumps. So we got, I think I got 3 or 4 of them things, and not really using them, so they've been sitting around. They just need rebuilt. Could buy brand new ones, but if I can get a diaphragm kit for it, why not just rebuild them? So I like rebuilding stuff. I can. I don't know why you can't get a rebuild kit for it.
Right there, $41.
That's a lot cheaper than a $140 fuel pump. Complete kit. Yeah, I bet you we can get it. Yeah, I'll look.
$155 for a fuel pump.
155 what they are. Yeah, I believe we can rebuild that for 40. Yep. We unplug y'all right here for a minute. We'll go up front, show y'all what we got going. See, we got her starting to get her body built. Just like anything, flat surface, we get piled up. But we got all our brakes. We got a rev limiter here. All our brakes are done. All our wiring is done. Gauges are in. Everything's ready. And here's, there's a fan I'm going to be putting on it, but everything's on it. You got a plumber power steering pump. Everything's there. But that's, he's got some cardboard here making templates for the nose piece for this thing. So this is going to be pretty good looking piece. We've already got our body for the sides. We still got to get a few pieces of sheet metal to build or finish our deck out here. Shouldn't be too bad. We've got some green metal over here. A guy gave us a sheet right there, and Matthew said we just gonna get we can use it for the nose right here, and we can have the nose wrapped, so make it match the rest of the car. So it's coming together. You want to try to use that roof we've got, or?
Yeah, I mean, it's 7 months, right?
Yeah, we have to peel that lettering off of it. Yeah. That's what we got going. Say Keith Lawson on the side. Yep. Ain't that ain't Keith Lawson, ain't that the one that has Moyer's car? That's what I thought. Yeah, we need him to sponsor us. Who'd you say was going to be Moyer's crew chief?
Steve Letarte.
Steve Letarte? That'd be pretty awesome. Steve Letarte, old NASCAR crew chief. Is this mine?
Yeah.
Look in there, folks. Steaming hot. What we like. Look at y'all self on TV. Yep, Billy Boyer. Keith Lawson Motorsports right there. That's Billy Moyer's new car. Got Steve Letarte going to be the crew chief for it. With Keith Lawson Motorsports, he's out of Morrilton, Arkansas. That car they're running right there is one of Jonathan Davenport's cars. They went up there and bought it bought it from not Davenport, but Lance Landers at Topless 100 this last year. So it
Says crew chief Steve
Billy Senior, Billy Moyer Senior, the old man.
is also known as Steve Letarte, is a renowned American NASCAR crew chief and TV sportscaster. Born in '79 in Cornish, Maine. But I guess he's come out of,
Coming out of retirement doing some dirt track stuff.
yep,
Yep.
that he was crew chief for Jeff Gordon and Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Yeah.
Now gonna be crew chief for Billy Moyer Sr.
Yep. That'll work. That'll work. Yeah, Ryan Priest went for a ride there the other night. I'll guarantee you that. Had that sheet of plywood bolted to the bottom of his car and caught all that air. Did you see it? Yeah, right at the last lap, he come down there and got tangled up and some guy hit another guy, and it caused him to get knocked into another car, and when it did, it picked his car up. And when it picked it up, he just started flying. And it flew for a little ways. I thought he was going to come back down and set, but it wound up flipping over backwards. You know how they'll always do.
Yeah.
They run 180 some mile an hour. Oh, that was wild, I'll guarantee you. That's Daytona for you, Talladega. That's the way it goes. They get crazy. Yeah, we need to. While we ain't got nothing else doing, I guess we can hammer on this old motor a little bit. Of course, it needs cleaned up, but
Yeah, I need to take it down there and beat the still on the head and have them just
it got a little water in there, but that'll be all right. Do some more cleaning on that block. And take it to the machine shop, have them true deck it, and new cam bearings and freeze plugs, and wash it up real good and bring her back, and we'll start putting it together. Yep, I think it'll be all right for what we're doing. It ain't a perfect motor, but
it ought to do a burnout.
it'll do a burnout and probably go mid eighths, if not low eighths in the quarter or in the eighth. What do y'all think it'll run in an S10? Yeah, Atlanta's almost fast enough to be a restrictor plate race. They probably ought to restrict them a little bit. 'Cause they get up about 200 or better there on the straightaway. So, oh, yep. That's a casualty right there of dirt track racing. Busted case on a Saginaw three speed. Got another one right there. That one's a good one. Got another one sitting right there. That's 4-speed. So I think that one right there might be a 4-speed. I ain't sure. We got a Oldsmobile 455 intake sitting right there. Just all kind of parts. There's an Oldsmobile starter back there. Junk. We got the junk. That's what I'm thinking, Jim. That S10 will be in the 8s. I do believe it will. Might as well. Might as well. Sound like it'll be gonna have a good time down there, or up there from here. Got a radiator. We still gotta get this welded on. Get that welded on for that Camaro. We just got so many projects, we ain't got enough time or money to get none of them done. It's got a real good 350, 358 in it. That may be 355. I can't remember. I think it's 350. Is that 355? Yeah, we're 355 pour. And the stock car, I think that's running probably 9 to 1. That's what this is going to be, around 9 to 1. It's not going to be a high compression motor. Can't run any more than 9 to 1 in this car. It'll probably be closer to 8.5 to 1. I think that's what he had figured on this motor, 355. I ain't guaranteeing anything on this motor here. We ain't got our pistons and stuff yet for it, so we're gonna keep that secret. Camshaft, let's see. It's wrapped up right there. That camshaft is under wraps. Let's just put it that way. No, it's a dirt track cam, so it'll sound about like my little 327 did when I had it in that stock car at Saxton. So it'll be a pretty hot little camshaft. So, and if that is not hot enough, we'll pull the one out of that old 327 and stick in it. I know it was good. It would rip. So, but that's a good little camshaft right over there. This whole thing, like I say, we got to get it to the machine shop and get the block decked on it and get it square decked, and then start putting the rotating assembly back in it. It had just a little bit of water in the cylinder and it sat for a while. As you can see, I honed it, but it's got some pitting in it, but it's not that bad.
Can't really even feel it.
It's just got kind of discolored there. So that cylinder and this one right there, you can just see it. But I don't know.
It's not worth sending to the machine shop, I know that.
Yeah, we're not going to have it bored to 40 or 60. So we could, but I think we're just wanting to stay cheap on it. Actually going to have to stay cheap on it. We can't afford to do much more. We've actually got our pistons down there at the machine shop now at BB Cylinder Head, and another set of rods. They're supposed to be resizing the rods for us, putting some rod bolts in, and putting those pistons on. So it'll be a pretty good little 355 when we're done.
Got a crankshaft's here, it's already been done.
Yeah, crank's ready. Them heads still got to be put together. The Vortec heads. They'll be just a stock Vortec 350s. We're not going to do anything to them. So, yeah, I'd like to. I'd like to throw a hog off in the
One like that.
in there.
Machine shop, what is that?
Yeah, I know what you mean. We do everything we can on the cheap. Basically got to.
But one thing about being cheap is we have just as much fun.
Who's driving the S10?
Probably take turns.
Right there's your driver.
Right there. I might drive it to go get something to eat.
We'll have fun with it. I do have a 327 crank sitting over there still. So another, make two 327s. That one's got to have crank polished in it.
Yeah.
But got a good 400 crank. Wished I had a good 400 block. We just built 406 or 408. But I don't have a good 400 block.
Anybody out there got one?
I know where one's at, but I got to come up with money to buy it. Make sure you tree the person in the opposite lane. Yep, we're gonna try to. I see Crunch is in there. Good to have you. Yep. Oh, we're gonna have fun. Have lots of fun. We got 455 blocks sitting right there. We need to do something with. That might go on the engine stand here before long. I don't know. I might need to take it to BB and have them check it.
Anybody going to the no-name nationals that's in the market for an S10, we ain't gotta bring this one back home.
Yeah, it might be for sale. Anybody have a cluttered workbench like that? That'll let you know we work around here instead of clean. Oh me. Well, see lots of things that needs done, but everything got to kind of wait on other things. You got 3 benches that looks like that. Yeah, that's the way ours is. So you can see right there, everything we got, if it's a flat spot, it's covered up. We got a set of rods and pistons sitting right there. Still needing 1 piston for it. I guarantee you, we can't find 9/16 sockets around here. Them things are like hen's teeth. We even leave our wrenches on the floor while we're working here. We ain't worked on this back corner here in a week and a half. Somebody made a comment the other night about this bunch here didn't believe in organization. And I said, shoot, I can't even spell organization, let alone know what it means.
We just know we got it somewhere.
It's here summers. Yep. Matter of Ready for more.
Hey, if all else fails, there is a LS motor back here if you go in that ST.
Yeah. Yeah, we could put LS in it. That in there don't like much. It just needs, it probably costs more to get the wiring harness and an intake for that than it would do this though.
Oh, I guarantee it would.
I found a standalone wiring harness here a while back, pretty reasonable, but then you got to get your
$3,000 intake.
yeah, that stuff's stupid. I think you can get them for about 400. I have my motor laid out upstairs in my son's old room.
It's my
It's-
water plant workbench.
Workbench, yeah. Yeah, I understand that. I've got a set of fresh, ready to bolt on heads for that 455. That old 455, I got them sitting in the living room in my house. So I've got parts and pieces to that old motor laying everywhere here. Valve covers, balancer, main caps, rods and pistons are all right in there. Intake's laying right over there. Yeah, bolts are all in one of these buckets here. So, yeah, I know what you mean. We've got parts and pieces laying here and there, but we will get there. Gotta get me another cup of this coffee.
Yeah, because he's not allowed to bring car parts in the house anymore.
Yeah. Well, tell him he's supposed to take them off of the car first. Supposed to take them car parts off of the car before you bring them in the house. Oh me. Let me sit y'all right here for a second. Got to get my sweetener out. Sometimes I drink it black, sometimes I drink it with creamer and sweetener. Anybody know what I'm talking about? I drink it both ways. And it's decaf coffee. It's not high test. Right there. We do have some high test right there, but been drinking on the decaf here for a while. Getting a part built, Matthew. Stephen Paul, yeah, we're drinking it at decaf. It's not the high test. I understand that. Drink it black so you know how bad it is. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, we're in kind of a hold up spot on this old car. I drank some cowboy coffee before. It's been a long time ago. You gotta be tough to drink that. I can tell you that. I went to Ethiopia one time on a mission trip, and you want to drink some stout coffee, go to Ethiopia. They give you a cup. It's about that tall and about that big around. It'll hold probably a half a cup of coffee and half of a measuring cup of coffee. So it is so stout that I can't explain it. It's so stout. I don't know. Cowboy Coffee's probably close, but I can tell you, it was like drinking coffee, but you had to sip it because it was so strong. And it would leave a gritty taste in your mouth too. It's pretty bad.
One of the cats that leaves a coating on anything.
Yeah, that's what this did. It stained our teeth black or brown, but it was they ground the coffee over there. They roasted it right there, right in front of you. They had green coffee beans, and they'd sit there, had a little pan. They had a little burner with some coals in it, and had a little looked like a wok, and had it sitting on it. And they'd sit there with a stick and stir that coffee, them coffee beans, until they were smoking and it stunk. If you've ever been around roasting coffee, it stinks. Especially the way they did. I think they were burning it, but it stunk. But anyway, they got it done, and then they take it and put it on a rock, a flat rock, kind of like Indians, I guess, would do with another rock, and they'd sit there and grind it with that rock. And they ground it down, and it was like a powder. It was almost like snuff, how thin that powder was. And then they pour that up in that pot. Just pour it in there, and then pour water on top of it and let it sit there and start boiling. And then they pour that in your cup, and then you had powder in the bottom of your cup, but you tasted every bit of it, I promise you. Woo, man. It was, they didn't grind it up kind of like what we do into the grounds, but they had it fine powder. So I think we're either run out of propane, or
That is done.
I don't know if we run out of propane or it just froze up. May have ran out of propane. Yeah, I think that's what they did. They cooked it till it was almost charcoal. It was dark brown. I think that's empty, ain't it? Well, I guess that means we can't get no more heat out of that. I might have another can of propane around here, but it gets a lot colder without that heat. Oh me.
Jim bringing anything back to No Name?
Yeah, Jim, what you bringing No Name Nationals this year? I guess we could bring one of these No Name Nationals.
Yeah.
Hey, I seen a 2012 GRT late model roller sitting in the weeds, but it was a roller. Everything's there except motor and transmission and drive shaft. $1,500.
That'd be kind of neat to go down drag strip with.
Oh yeah. Well, I've seen them do it. May have to put a different rear end in it because old Deke, the tech man, said he didn't want a quick change out there. I guess a quick change might blow the gear out the back end of it probably. Hadn't made your mind up yet. Well, we got this S10 we're gonna bring if everything goes right. Stephen Paul said it's cold all up and down the East Coast tonight.
Windy up here.
Windy, bad windy. Yeah, I understand that. It's windy here, but not that bad. It's supposed to get down to about 4 degrees tonight. So, not tonight, tomorrow night, isn't it? And it's supposed to start snowing, is it tomorrow or Wednesday?
Tomorrow.
It's supposed to start snowing tomorrow,
Sleet, ice,
and then
snow.
snow all day Wednesday, isn't it? Or, I can't remember.
Combination of sleet, freezing rain. and
Sleet,
snow.
freezing rain, snow. They said anywhere from 3 to 5 inches, 3 to 6 inches of snow. I don't want none of it. You can have it. I'm done with winter. I'm ready for spring. We got race cars to play with. Besides, that furnace sitting right over there behind me is peeling $100 bill off the roll about every hour and a half.
Jim says if I can get the comet done, I should be the second or third guy to drag race a stock car at sites.
Hey, bring it. Bring it. I got the award being the first one. Yep, we're sitting here drinking some hot coffee. Got creamer in it.
What's that accent?
That accent is Central Arkansas. Travis Davis says ain't getting no work done, or where's that? Ain't going to work, Doug. Or I can't see. Can't read it.
Ain't gonna work, Dougie.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna work tonight.
Yeah. Supposed to get hit with a lot of snow, but the storms changed course. I see that, yeah.
Well, I hope we don't get what's over.
Yeah, we don't, yeah. We don't need no more winter. We don't need no more of this rain.
Tell Travis Davis to get over here and bring a hammer.
Yeah, we sound a lot like them Virginia boys, West Virginia boys. We got a little bit of Southern in us down here. And Travis Davis says y'all are crazy sitting out in that cold. It ain't that cold out here.
Yeah.
Not right now. Our heater just ran out of gas right here. Our propane ran out, so we'll have to get some more of that.
That's not crazy, Travis. That's dedication.
That's dedication. That's right. We still got a furnace over there peeling $100 off of the roll every hour and a half. Hey, we staying warm enough. Tomorrow night, you can forget. You can forget about us being out here in this shop tomorrow night. We ain't doing it.
Farrell Landon said, what kind of race cars?
What kind of race cars we run? Late model? No, these are modifieds. Dirt modifieds, IMCA style. That right there is one we're trying to get together. And let's see, this one right over here. That's an old Camaro hobby car, they call it. That's what it is. Street stock, pure stock. Have a good one, Travis. Stay warm. Yeah, I'd like to have a used oil burner, but my problem is I think we'd run out of oil. We ain't got enough used oil around here. I might could get some from my old buddy Jonathan. He's got a shop over there. I could probably get a bunch of oil from him. But yeah, I could definitely use an oil burner. A lot of folks with southern accents in Pennsylvania. Well, that's interesting. Last time I was in Pennsylvania, they just about had to have an interpreter when I talked to them. My daughter and son-in-law lives in Massachusetts. They have a different accent. Everything's wicked smart up there. And if they want to park the car, they have to do it very carefully because they'll wreck the car. Yep, we just sitting around doing her every Monday night live. Well, right tonight we ain't got a whole lot going. Matthew's working on body. We about just kind of come to a slow spot. We're needing a spring to go right here before we can finish out. That way we know exactly where lower spring mount's got to be. Like I say, our brake lines are run, fuel cells mounted. Just odds and ends. You know, there's a lot of work yet to be done. Just hadn't got there yet. That right there's a body panel off of old Wayne Brooks's car that he ran years ago. Probably 22 years ago, probably. And that was a Pro chassis that he was driving for. He was driving for Gene Sheets. If anybody knows Mark Noble, that was one of Mark Noble's old cars because Mark used to run for Gene Sheets. He's out of Des Moines, Iowa. And the cars came from North Dakota. At Arthur, North Dakota is where it come from. And yeah, it was they were a little bit different style chassis, but he drove for him for one season. Yep, I understand that. That'd be pretty neat. 22 years of reunions, that'd be awesome.
Jim says him and his wife purchased a new car on Saturday. Said we drove the last one for over 11 years and 210,000 miles.
How about that? Well, that's pretty awesome. Hey, we appreciate it, Farrell. We're gonna try to stay warm out here. We just kind of hanging out. Yeah. Yeah, if anybody's in there is not subscribed, hit that subscribe button for us. We appreciate everybody jumping in. See some new names in there tonight, following along. Just hit that subscribe button. We appreciate it. Leave a comment. Hit that thumbs up button. If you don't know how to hit the thumbs up, tap the screen twice if you got a phone. But if you're on a computer, I'm not sure how you do it. I hadn't never looked at it on computer. So.
Check back and go to races with us sometime.
Yeah, we'll be going racing here before long. Won't be long. We got to get this body built. I say we. So I got a mouse in my pocket. Matthew's doing the work, so. Oh, man. Wendy will get home. Yeah, well, I appreciate you jumping in, One-Eyed Cat. We appreciate you. Jump in every chance you get.
Well, that's his brother. That's right.
Yep. You never know what tomorrow brings. mercy. Let me get up here and see what we got going. The older I get, the more it hurts getting up. It's gonna look pretty good there, Matthew. Y'all don't worry, we're not gonna run a cardboard nose and a hood. He's just trying to get a template to see how it's gonna look before we get it built. That way we don't waste much sheet metal. Be the first one of these we put together in a long time. Last one I built was 2003. Is that the last one we had? Modified anyway. Never did any type of circle track stuff. Do 68 street stop Nova, which was given to me back around 89. Still have it. Have a 307 4-speed in it. That's a pretty cool little car. Deadline on getting this car done is, well, as soon as we can get it done. We don't know if we're going to make first of season or not on this, but yeah, it starts. I think the special races are in March, but I think the first race is somewhere around the end of March, 1st of April. It's when regular racing starts with this. So we've got a little time, but no, we didn't, we just gotta be careful and don't do anything that's gonna mess us up. We just trying to make sure everything's right on this thing when we get it done. So it's pretty expensive putting these things together from nothing. We rolled this thing into the shop last summer, or toward the last fall, wasn't it, when we got this thing? And then
Well, we didn't roll it in, we carried it.
we carried it in off of that chassis right over there. We carried it in here, but this one was closer to what we needed to do, so we decided to jump on it. That one still needs a little bit of chassis work, but this is a 2012 Johnny Sadoff car, a jet chassis. Something happened a while ago and I lost signal, and I dropped about 40 people off of it. That's what I like about No Name Nationals. My car isn't a death trap anymore, and I'm stepping it up. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. That old smoke show that we took up there a couple years ago, it had been sitting in a field or in a basically a salvage yard for 30 years or better, and we brought that thing in here and went to work on it and got it going and brought it to Saxton and did a pretty awesome burnout in it. Yeah, that's what I noticed. Our screen went messed up on us there for a little bit. But kind of lost some viewers off of here, but we got them back. But yeah, it's a lot of fun putting these things together. A lot more fun when you got the money to do it. But one thing about it, when it gets together this time, it'll be something we can say we built. Yeah, we wound the old Chevy pretty good going down that drag strip. So we thought we had a pretty good time with it. This little S10 project's gonna be even better. I think. Gonna be, I say even better. I don't know it. It'll have to do a heck of a burnout to match up with that blue and white Chevy. But if that 355 does anything like what we're thinking, it probably will. So we just don't know. We just hope the rear end holds up in it. If we hold the rear end, we'll bring her back to the house and build it stronger, you know. Yep. Oh, me. One wheel peel. We like that. We will, we're going to try not to have a one wheel peel in the S10. As long as the rear end holds up. It might be no wheel peel when we get done with it. We may be scooping oil up off the ground when we get done with it. Yep, that's basically how this body's gonna look. Of course, this will be all tied together, you know, and this nose will go up underneath there. This, or the hood, I should say, and then the nose, it'll look similar to that. And but it should look pretty nice. Then we'll have a bumper on the, right out here, and we've got our side panels for this already. That's right, don't want it to catch air. It should just slide right over. And we're building the nose as wide as we possibly can to catch all the air we can. You need all the air that you can get on the front of these things to keep the nose down in the corners to where you can drive into the corners good and hard, and the nose and plant the tires. So that aerodynamics is a lot to it. Even with, you know, a late model has a nose that's way out here on each side, and they get a lot of air downforce on them noses. But so Steve said that this Nova was raced Langhorne Speedway in Langhorne, Pennsylvania. It was raced mainly on dirt. Car was never really hacked up. It still has the vinyl roof on it, still has the bumpers and rear tail lights. That's pretty awesome. Anthony Creasy Jr. says Batesville Speedway is going to be fun for y'all. That's what we're planning. We're going to try. We're hoping. Anyway. I always wondered what my 62 Valiant would do in the wind tunnel. Really makes me wonder. Yep. Be interesting.
It would be interesting, because I don't know if was there any really,
Yeah.
you know, design in those years.
And I don't know how them was designed to run back in those days. They wasn't necessarily worried too much about it. Raced hobby there at Batesville. Yeah, what number was you? I remember your name, because I've raced around Batesville for years. Huh? Oh, is it? Okay, one of the Brooks cars. Okay. Yeah, I knew I remembered that name.
White 911 Camaro.
Okay, yeah. That's a hobby there we've trying to get finished up, but I don't know if we'll get there or not with it. We're trying to get that Midwest mod together, but this one I'd said my mom's boyfriend is trying to sell his B mod, but nobody want one out here. Oh yeah? Yeah, those that's basically what this is gonna be, is a B mod. It's called a USRA Southwest mod, or Midwest mod, I'm sorry. But they are okay, drove the green K2 car. All right. Road toads were for Compact Series and NASCAR. Petty won his fifth through 13th win in the 62 Plymouth. Yep. Yeah, I remember them old cars that Petty had. Them was back in the day. Back in the day. I hear there's supposed to be quite a few of these Midwest mods this year, probably. So, don't know for sure. Yep. Oh man. All right, thank you, Anthony. We appreciate you jumping in here. Subscribe to the channel if you can. We're just trying to build this little old channel up, getting there a little at a time. And y'all have good luck as well. We're gonna, like I say, if we can get this car done, we'll jump back on this one and try to finish it out. But I might drive it a little bit. It's been years since I've drove up there, but we don't know yet. We'll just see. But we'll see. I don't know. Anyhow, I think I'm gonna get around here and probably pull the plug on this thing. All right, One-Eyed Cat, we appreciate you jumping in. You take care. We got 59 in there right now. Getting kind of chilly. Cooling off out here. Cooling off. Key thing on cutting sheet metal is make your cardboard templates. Make sure everything's gonna fit right first. Cardboard's a lot cheaper than that sheet metal. Sheet metal is over $100 a sheet. Cardboard's pretty cheap.
I don't know, that seems sort of
It didn't cost me nothing. That's a pretty expensive piece of cardboard, was it, Doug? 600, he said. Yep. Yep, we gonna get there, a little at a time. We ain't afraid to show our suspension. There ain't nothing set up yet. It's as basic can be. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Doing that to make templates.
Yeah, but if they need to get 6%, you too.
Hey, we appreciate you, Jim, jumping in here. Tell those 6% we said hi when you get over there. And we'll catch you next time. I think we're gonna get around here. I know we still got 50 some in there right now, but we appreciate everybody jumping in, and we're gonna get around. Jim said, "See y'all guys, good to see y'all," and but we're gonna get around here and set this live down. We've been on here about almost an hour and a half now, so. But we sure appreciate everybody jumping in with us. And if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button while you're here. And we're live every Monday night, 7 p.m. Central Time. And subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let you know every time we're on. And we put a video out. We try to do a live a week and a full length video a week. Last week, I didn't get to get a full length out, but we did 2 lives. So sometimes we'll do that. So to go ahead and hit that subscribe button for us. We appreciate y'all. We're gonna try to keep warmer, Paul or Steve and Paul. We appreciate you. But we're gonna jump on out of here. Catch y'all next time. Russell here with Outfits Garage saying God bless you and keep a hammering. See ya.